Hey, what's going on, guys? Brandon here with Texas Plinking, making another video. This one's gonna be pretty fun because it's another one to do with an Arkin Optics, which, if you guys haven't seen the video I made with the EP4, it was titled something along the lines of the best long-range precision scope for under $1,000. I still stand by that. It's an awesome scope. But they also have even more economic versions of other optics as well. The EP4 was a really great top end of what they currently have, a 34mm tube, yada yada. I'll run through the specs later. But they've been making this one for even longer, and I just recently got my hands on it. And of course, a video showcasing the scope means I got to find a rifle to put it on. This right here is a really fun one. You guys know how much I love Mark 12, so much so that I build my interpretation builds and call them the Mach 12s. This one's a Mark 12. It's a real Mark 12. So this video is about the scope, but I can't help it. Look how pretty this is. Let's talk about the rifle real quick, and we'll get into the nitty-gritty about the scope itself. Long story short, this is a 4-14 by 44, first focal plane, 30mm tube, nice reticle. It's called the Arkin Optics SH4. They go for $350, and I'll put a link in the description to where you guys can buy one. Same with the EP4. You could use the code Texas Plinking, and you guys can get free shipping. On top of that, a new thing also is if you guys buy a scope with the code Texas Plinking, not only do you get free shipping, but you're also enrolled in a monthly scope giveaway. If you bought a scope and you win, you can get refunded or just get a new scope, another one. So anyway, thought I'd mention that. We'll get back onto that. Let's talk about this scope the rifle real quick. This is a earlier iteration Mark 12. It's called the Mod 0 or the Mod O. This is a PRI assembled one. The entire thing's PRI, but everything's correct on it. The Douglas barrel, 18-inch, 1-in-7 twist. It's got the PRI carbon fiber handguard on here. Looks gorgeous, very simplistic, very lightweight actually as well. Only rails where you need them on the sides here for pec boxes or D-balls or what have you, and then a bipod right here. I've got mine, spared no expense on this. I actually got a LaRue quick detach mount here that's holding in the Harris 6 to 9 inch swivel bipod. That's a really sweet combination. I like that quite a bit. It's got the Allen Engineering brake, which is ready to go for the AE M5 suppressor. I have one on order, so I will see you guys in about a year when we're going to shoot it again suppressed. But anyway, I got to hold it and see it. I just can't take it home yet. So be it. That's the way the laws work. The lower receiver is not as important, but I knew I wanted an A2 kind of M16 lower because that's how the Mod O's kind of look like. You could get other ones too. So this one's kind of no thrills, but it's awesome. This is just a PSA Palmetto State Armory. I do love their stuff for their price. This is just a A2 kit ready to go, A2 grip, A2 buttstock, and that's about it. And then I put a LaRue MBT trigger in there. So the lower is not clone correct, but it works certainly. The upper is very clone correct. And I figured this would be a really cool platform to throw on the scope. So it's a little hodgepodge of a lot correct parts, but it's not trying to be clone correct, if that makes sense. So that's how we came to this. That answers that. So real quick, let's talk about the scope itself again. Arkin Optics right now has 3 scopes. I made a video with their EP4, which is their top end, and it was the 4-16 by 50. They also, at the time I made that video, I knew that they were gonna make a 6-24, but it wasn't out yet. It came out and immediately got like, I wouldn't say sold out, you can still buy one, but they're back ordered quite a bit right now. They told me later of this month to maybe February, they'll be cleared up, but you can still buy one now, it's just a little back ordered. The 4-16 is ready to go, and this 4-14 is ready to go, however. Also, when I made that, they didn't have their 34mm rings ready, now they do. So they have 34mm rings for 60 bucks. But check this out. This right here is a 30mm scope, so it needs a 30mm mount. And this one is made by Arkin Optics as well. It's super lightweight, super quality. It's like $29.99, which is just hilarious. So you really got a bargain here. You have 3 screws here, so that's plenty of real estate for it to hold it together. And then 4 on each ring here, so 8 total. So you really don't need a whole lot of torque to hold it together. It's just healthier for all the optics. Like the EP4, it's got that graphite look to it, but the mount itself is black. So in the right lighting, you can see that black and gray contrast. Really cool. Really clean reticle. When you set the ocular focus right here, it's really nice. Once it's nice and sharp, and the wall, even with the EP4 down to even the SH4, the wall is really nice and kind of thin. It really kind of starts to disappear on you, which is really nice. It just gives you a really open look. The turrets themselves, really clean and tactile. If you guys can hear that. Really nice. And you guys can see that it stops on my 0 because I already sighted that in. And so yes, at 350 bucks, 0 stop. That is huge to me. I deem that as a must. I only have a couple scopes that don't have that, and it kind of starts driving me crazy. 0 stop is really nice. Yeah, so the way you do that, actually, it's different on every scope, but to re-zero it, or just to zero the scope initially, you have 3 screws here, here, and here. Loosen those up. You don't have to take them all the way out, and you could rotate the scope back to 0, tighten them back up. Then from there, you could do your 0 stop. You back out that brass screw, then you screw in that top 0 stop screw all the way, and then back out a little bit, and then you go ahead and tighten that brass one all the way, and then it is stopped. And then obviously there's no 0 stop for windage because you don't need it, but to re-zero right there, same deal. And all the clicks are just pretty darn nice. I would say the scope that compares, and this is me not being biased because I do love all kinds of scopes out there, as you guys can tell, but my Vortex Diamondback Tactical 4 to 16 by I think 44, that's the only one that comes close to this one. And the reason I would edge this one ever so slightly, even though the other one's a 4 to 16, this is a 4 to 14, but it is because of that 0 stop. Also, the clicks on the Vortex are a little bit more spongy. This one just got a solid click, which I appreciate, but the 0 stop, that's why I'll give it to this one. So that for 350 bucks is feature rich. And like I said with the EP4, Arken Optics has their lifetime transferable, no questions asked warranty. So if you accidentally fall off the edge of a cliff, if you survive and your scope did not, you will be taken care of. Let's run over the specs that I probably missed. Here's the box it comes with, but HD glass, first focal plane, 0 stop, 50 BMG rated, fog proof and waterproof. So yeah, that's that. And then their worldwide lifetime warranty, precision tracking guarantee, just like on their EP4. That was all the talking portion out of it. Just nothing to do now but to shoot it. So let's go ahead. I've only shot maybe a mag and a half of this, just kind of confirming 0 and sighting in and all that kind of stuff. But I'm excited to get some more rounds through this. So we're at 100 yards. Let's just shoot a couple silhouettes just to kind of shake the rust off of me and some new equipment. Back out to maybe 300, then 455, and we'll see how we're feeling. But let's go ahead and do it. All right, Mark 12, 100 yards. Obviously child's play, but let's go ahead and go through the motion here. Where is my bag? All right. All right, 300 yards. I should probably mention also I'm using 75 grain Hornady Black 223. Eventually I want to source some like really nice 5.56 stuff like Black Hills or something and dedicate that to this, but this is what I got now. Should be okay. Also a new barrel, going through break-in. I'm already going through the excuses, but it's only 300 yards. We should be fine. All right, let's back up some more. All right, before we go out to 455 yards, I just want to thank our sponsor, ETS, or Elite Tactical Systems. They're the ones who make the really cool transparent magazines that I've shown off before for pistols and AR-15s. But they also make speed loaders for AR-15s, the rifle speed loader for 5.56 and 308. They also make speed loaders for 9mm, 380 ACP, and 45 ACP. But they certainly make my job easier getting to reload so I could get to shooting. So let's go ahead and get back to that at 455 yards. All right, so now backed out to 455 yards. Got some pretty nasty glare coming in, but should have brought the sunshade. All right. Well, thankfully I ended on a hit. That's how I like to roll. It usually doesn't work my way, but that was the last round of the last box I had of the 75 grain 223. Like I said, eventually I want to just try the 5.56 stuff because this is a 5.56 barrel. So I want to try 77 grain open tip match ammunition. It's just a little hard to come by because I guess Mark 12 rifle builds are on fire right now. Everyone's kind of wanting to do that. Go that route because Mark 12s are among my favorite semi-automatic guns that there are out there. Really flat shooting. Once this thing has the AE M5 suppressor too, that's going to be a really fun one. But that's my ultimate goal. I'm going to put the AE M5 up there and do like a rattle can spray paint job with this one. And this should be quite a tack driver once I find the ammunition it's most happy with. This one had a bit of a spread, 75 grain. That's usually about 1 MOA on my interpretation builds. So it's not the best stuff, maybe 1.5 MOA. This should be sub MOA, probably like sub, I don't know, right around half or 3/4 with the 77 OTM. But we'll try to figure that out. This is just kind of the first time out here, still breaking in the barrel as well. Other than that though, subject matter for the video, again, the rifle was just the host, but the SH4 4-14 by 44 from Arkin Optics, yeah, for $350 and $29.99 for that mount there. That is pretty good actually. I remember, like I said, with the EP4 review, when I got into long range shooting, which was not even that long ago, about 3 years ago, there weren't that kind of options out there. I was always spending $1,000 to get like a first focal plane that was of decent quality, with the warranty and all that. So it's kind of absurd. So you guys know my opinions on the EP4. I love that thing. Now this SH4, get my first impressions with it, and I'm loving it quite a bit. Anyway, real quick before I tune out, in case you guys are new to long range shooting, the benefit of a zero stop is now that I'm done shooting long range, I want to go back to my zero, keep on dialing, I don't even have to look at it, and it stops right on my zero, and I'm ready to go for the next day out. Put it on zero for windage as well, and things ready to go for the next time. So anyway, that's a quick video on the SH4. Again, I'm going to put a link in the description. $349, $29.99 for the mount. Or of course you guys can always click somewhere up here. I'll probably link it to the EP4 video, the 4-16. Check out their 6-24 as well. But yeah, link in the description. Use code TexasPlinking to get enrolled in the giveaway and get free shipping. But that does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you guys next time.